Hello, online crew. Helen here with a very special live today because I have a very special guest. I'm not even putting my hat on because the focus is not on your captain today. It's on somebody else who's a champion in our community. I am, of course, interviewing Matt Scherb, who is the winner of our previous 14-day online crew video challenge. So he will be with me. I'll slide him in a second. So welcome. Matt's actually won the previous challenge, so his second time round. So I'm just going to have a little bit of fun with him today, if that's all right with you guys and him. He doesn't know what I'm going to ask him yet, so we'll get on to that. So if you could please support Matt, and when he comes on, say hello. So let's just see who we've got here. Oh, Edith must have written this earlier. I hope I make it home in time. I hope you're home, Edith, and you're here with us. Yay, Matt. Always great to chat with you from Susan. Laura, way to go, Matt. So I might read these when I bring him on the screen. If you're not familiar with our community here, my name's Helen Martin. I'm your online crew captain, and we have the most amazing online crew community here of entrepreneurs, home-based business owners, direct sellers, those in MLM, digital marketing, those kind of things. And we're learning to leverage social media and use modern strategies to build our business online. Now, one of the things that is huge for you in relation to building a presence and fans and followers and building a business online is doing live video. So something that I regularly do, if you're not aware, is do live video challenges, and it really stretches people and make them uncomfortable, which I did to Matt in this last challenge as well, which I'm sure he'll share with you in a moment. So without further ado, we'll come back and say hello to you, some of you guys, in a minute. I'm going to bring him on screen, and ta-da! Oh my gosh. You did it. You should have warned me. And
when I grow up, I want to be just like you. I went out and bought this just for you today. Look at that. Yeah, I'm Helen Martin.
Hilarious. I think mine's fluffier though. You need to fluff it up a little bit.
I got to work on that. Yeah, I'll work on that.
It looks a little bit bigger than mine.
Tie there and
well, I'm missing the bow tie. Well, I have to put some colour on now. Like, at least I need that on to match the colour. How are you, Matt?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks, Helen. How are you?
Well, you're looking very bright and colourful. I love the character of it. That's amazing. So before I get to you, let's say hello to some people on the screen. So, the MacBook Pro, it's going to haunt me, isn't it? You're not going to be happy until I give you
There's only one way to fix that.
Well, it's not happening, okay? So you can dream a little bit longer. Or maybe it will happen one day. You never know.
You never know.
You never know. Hi, Gloria. How are you? Hi, Laurie. How are you? Great to see you guys on and supporting Matt here. Love the outfit and the character of it all. It's awesome. Oh, Edith did make it. She's here. So hello, crew. Woo, Matt. We've got, is it Ta or Tay, or how do you pronounce that? But awesome to see you on. We've got Dal on. We've got Judy and Bob saying hello. We've got Cynthia. So good to see you guys on. I've got Jan saying hello, Helen and Matt. Laurie saying hello to Matt. We've got Sangeeta from Sydney. Edith is home, so everybody knows that Edith is home. That's good. And Kerry thinks you're hilarious. Looking good, Matt. So love the character of it all. Good to see you on, Di. We've got Olive on as well. Awesome. To any of you watching from my free group, I am broadcasting in 2 different areas. So that's from my business page and also from my free group, Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. So if you come up like that, you know you've said hello, but we can't see who you are. There's just at the bottom link in the description is a link to StreamYard, which is the piece of software that I'm using. So if you just click on that, then we can see who you are. Olive loves your hair today. Do you think Matt should keep that permanently? What do you think, guys?
I'm sure there's going to be a few that weigh in on that.
I reckon you should pull that out on New Year's Eve, Matt. I reckon there's more than one use for that. Teresa, I love the hair, Matt. Great idea. You're too much. Yeah, I wish I could have had mine on as well, and we could have looked equally as colourful. But all good. And obviously, we want to congratulate you, Matt, on winning your second video challenge in a row. So Matt won a 21-day video challenge not long ago, and then came back and like, I'm up for more, and came out swinging and did it again. So tell me, Matt, why does one put themselves in a position to do it again and again? Because it's not only your second one. How many have you done now?
So this is my fourth one.
Fourth one.
14, 21, 21, and then this 14. Yeah, fourth one.
So what is the reason behind that, that you would keep coming back for more punishment? I don't really classify.
Let me just get something here for a sec, because, you know, we did the live version, so I got my bottle of bourbon here that I'll just have to pour a glass in a sec.
Do tell.
Do tell, right? I mean, each one is different. Each one sharpens, and I keep saying it's the sharpening of the saw. It's always different. Even though it's 21 days, they all have different zingers flung at us. This past one, you had, the one going out in public, go in public and actually bring somebody on live. So that's the why I got this bottle of bourbon, because I'm still recovering from that one. That was certainly a more challenging thing to do. But each one there was, in one of them, it was do something funny, do something fun. In another instance, it was, just doing it publicly, which was not anywhere close to as difficult as pulling someone off screen onto your Go Live. So each one they're all different. And it's not like, oh, you did the 21, it's the 21 all over again. It's got different twists and zingers. And I guess I thought naively going into it that the 14 was going to be easier. But there were different things brought to the forefront to, hey, try this, do this. And you're always keeping us on our toes. And so from that perspective, I honor it from that perspective, because we're always learning. This time around, I think as well, we had to use StreamYard because Facebook made changes.
Yeah.
And so again, it's just always staying top shelf relative to these things. And that's the biggest thing. We could do one week from now. It's going to be different again, from a perspective of what you're putting us through, but also technology is changing all the time. And so you've got to stay on top of it. This is our game.
Yeah. And, just on that, if you guys are not aware, this is what we call a dual live. Like, I've got Matt on screen with me. He's in Canada. I'm in Australia. We're able to connect on the screen. And Facebook took away the privilege of being able to do that on our phones by just bringing somebody on screen. So the only way we can do something like what we're doing right now is through a third-party software. That wasn't even relevant in the 21-day challenge. Like, it was still possible. There was a lot of glitches with it. And to be honest with you, I think that's one of the reasons why Facebook got rid of it, because they just couldn't get it right. And then we get into the 14-day challenge, and I knew I wanted people to do dual lives, but it's like, oh, hang on, guys, you can't do that anymore. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to use a piece of software. And it forced people into a level of technology and skill that people had never explored before. But if you think about it now, you know from these video challenges, you know how to use StreamYard now, bring somebody on a dual live, pull up comments. Is that something like the skills that you've learned in these video challenges? Have you learned a lot that way? Like, just knowing what's available. You don't know what you don't know, guys. If you don't know how to do something, it's just not in your, in your brain until somebody shows you something. Wow, that's really cool.
Filters, didn't know filters existed at the start of it. Now we got StreamYard. There's other technology tools out there. I would have never worn a wig like this on live, right? I mean, you're constantly pushing yourself out of that zone, but getting to know the technology is huge, huge, huge. And it's going to change every single day. It's going to change faster and faster. So you want to plug into something like this where A, you're held accountable, B, you've got a supportive group, but you're staying on top of the technology, because it is going to change again. Let's just face it. It's the constant in our business.
Yeah. And share with us, Matt, about the confidence and the ease of really being Matt, the more video challenges that you do. Like, how do you feel that you've grown as far as your personality and ease in front of the camera as you've progressed through, multiple challenges?
So I haven't fully established my brand yet, but it's
Yep.
through practicing that it keeps coming through. I've got more of a story, more to layer on. So we've always had, okay, here's the structure of the go live. Here's what you want to say. Here's how you want to welcome people, introduce them, whether it's live or whether it's replay. And that starts to ingrain into your mind so that you're able to become more. When I first started, I'd have a little piece of paper, I'd stick it down to the bottom of my phone, and I'd be looking, and I'm making sure I'm looking at the dot, and all these things start to become second nature, right? Think back to the day when you first rode a bike. How hard was it? Now you jump on a bike and you just go. Well, that's the same thing with going live, because you have to practice, right? I'll say 90% of people out there are not doing lives. So the 10% that are doing it are the ones that are on this challenge. And so they're stepping ahead of themselves and stepping one foot in front of the other, but practicing so that it's not as difficult. It's still challenging. There's days that I don't want to press that go live button.
Yeah.
However, my confidence is boosted. I've got a bit more of a story. I've got a bit more of an understanding of what my structure is going to be. And I can think through it ahead of time because I've practiced it.
Yeah.
And so for the new people that are on, I don't want them to think, oh my God, I got to go out and get one of these wigs. But for those individuals that are on, just practicing, it gets easier, it gets better, and it rounds it out. There's certain things on the challenge that were repetitive time after time, but there's things that are new. So it's just a matter of practicing and going with the flow, right? When I did the live at the Starbucks, my flap fell in front of the lens, and I've got Helen posting, oh, nice flap on your phone. But you just roll with it. It's not like, okay, stop, I got to delete it. You just go with it.
Yeah.
Right? Just go with it.
Yeah. Two things that I, try to promote with live videos is one, have fun with it. Like, did you ever think you'd be on a live video with a colorful wig, a bow tie, and a bourbon bottle by your side? Like, yeah, I mean, we grow with these things, but the other thing is to have fun with it. When we're way too serious about our go lives and things like that, we put way too much pressure on ourselves. Most of you, well, no, I shouldn't say most of you, but if you're anything like me, we can tend to be perfectionists. We want everything right. We want our content right. We want to look right. We want our background right. Like, we want all our pieces, and dots in a row, and cross the I's and dot the T's.
Yeah, close. You did pretty good on that.
As soon as I said that, I'm like, that's such a Helen thing to do, but that's okay. We want everything perfect, and there will be some people listening that haven't done a live yet ever because they're worried about, all those things. And yet when you just do it and you do it over and over again, you end up on a live video with a wig and a bow tie and a bottle of bourbon. Like,
what the heck, right?
What the heck?
Yep.
But and let me pick on somebody else, and I know they're watching live. We were on a call with my coaching community last month, and Edith, I'm talking about you, and she wasn't going to participate in this last challenge. And we were talking about the benefit of doing, like, just keep going live, because it really brings out the more authentic, genuine you. And, Edith was like, that's what I want to achieve. And I can see people on the screen go from somebody who's sort of like teaching and doing lives and really nervous to, it's like, there she is. There's Edith. Like, I can see her, like Sean and whatever. Like, you grow, like, because you get more comfortable and you allow the walls to come down a little bit. Would you agree with that? Like, you're less reserved.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then I throw things at you, like talking to strangers in public. What did you feel after that? Like, I did it, or I'm going to kill Helen? He's still got his bottle.
It was nerve-wracking. I actually went to the Starbucks, sat there, and I was eyeing people. Who am I going to ask? Oh my gosh. I got up and I left. I didn't do the live. I had to get enough gumption up to come back a second time. I picked up my son at school. I had a bunch of things to do, but I had to come back and do it. I had to fall. I was not going to bed that night without having left it behind. There was no way I was going to leave it behind, but I had to really psych myself up, and it's all between my ears. At the end of the day, the people I interviewed were really nice couple. They're like, oh yeah, absolutely. We'd love to help you with that. That's not what was going through my head when I started. What are these people going to think? When in actual fact, they're like, oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, our son does stuff with Facebook Live and this, that. And we started chatting. But that's not what was going through my head initially. I was eyeing every person in that Starbucks, thinking, oh, they're not going to say yes. They're not going to this. And I think some of it, when you look at some of the other people that were on the lives, I think Edith was one of them. She was going through a store. People didn't want to come on live. We even ourselves have a fear of going on live. Imagine this person who doesn't even know who we are is saying, hey, come on live. Like, are you nuts? Right? And so getting out of that, you know, certainly it was fun to watch the other contestants as well and the other participants, because we all went through the same thing.
Yeah.
Right. I think Binu, a friend of mine here in Oakville, she was going through the same thing. She had 4 people say no to her. She just kept asking.
Yeah, there's a few like that, actually. Yeah.
It wasn't unique. And so it was interesting from that perspective. The ones that got on the horse and said, I got to get this done. I'm doing it. That was fun.
And that's where you have the main growth, guys, is you don't give in to the fear. And I'm just going to pick on a comment from Heather there. So fearful of being judged by everybody. So that's human nature and that's where the nerves come from, is wondering what people are going to think. And what if somebody doesn't want to talk to me and they say no, which happened to a lot of you. Like you just go to talk to somebody and somebody's like, no, like you haven't even opened your mouth yet. And some people just, you know, don't want to go on camera, and that's fine. But it's, you know, when we step into it and just go, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? I know, like, I think Laurie, who's also watching live, I think she actually thought she was going to die, literally. But she didn't, and she's still here watching this video. She didn't die, Laurie. But the fear that comes out, and that's natural. But the only way we can overcome fears like that is to do the things that scare us the most. Mm-hmm. So there's, like, I know a lot of you hated me for that particular challenge in the moment, but there's a reason for it. Because when you do things that scare you the most, then things become less fearful. And judgment goes out the window. Like, we shouldn't really care. We know this. We shouldn't really care what other people think about us. What does it matter? At the end of the day, what does it matter? It really doesn't matter. The only thing that's important is what you feel about yourself and what you stand for and what you do and, you know, your values and things like that. So the only way to overcome that fear is to actually fight the fear and do things like that. So to those of you that, you know, and those of you that are unaware, it was day 10. Everybody knows day 10 very well. Yeah, he's still got his bottle of bourbon right there. It was very nerve-wracking to talk to a stranger on the screen. But those that did, it just helps you conquer the fears that hold you back from the things in life. So it's really quite a remarkable thing to get the guts to do. So well done.
It was also interesting going back and looking at the 14 days, even if I go back to the other challenges, though the videos that had the most watching and the most engagement were those videos. Right? Those are the ones. It wasn't the ones where we're going, okay, I'm live and this is what I'm talking about. It was the ones where we just let it all hang out, right? And it's interesting from that perspective. So when you go back and play that back, it's interesting to see which ones were more engaging, which ones had more viewability.
Yeah, and that's where we're genuinely, authentically ourselves. So when you're really, really fearful of bringing a stranger on like that's real. And when you're telling personal stories, it's real. And people get a misconception about lives is, yes, we want to lead with value and give really good content. But the quicker that you can get to being genuinely, authentically you and telling personal stories and how you feel and, you know, what's going on, good or bad, and that's what people connect with. So we are in a relationship business. Like, some people think, no, I'm in a digital business. I'm in a network marketing business. No, you're not. You're still in well, you are, but you're in a relationship business. So even though we've got tools and social media and stuff like that that can, you know, connect us to different people, we're still in a relationship business. And if you don't have a proper relationship with someone, they're not going to join you in your business. So it's that true, authentically getting to know you through the screen. And when people do silly things or cry or share, you know, personal things, it makes you more human, which is where the human connection comes in, which is more powerful than anything. And doing multiple challenges is, you know, like Edith said, no, I want to keep on growing. I want to learn to become more genuinely, authentically me. And she did. Like, I can see it. So, you know, we don't want to stop. We just want to keep on going. So credit to you, Matt, for keeping on going. One of the reasons why Matt's also won the last two is because he shared the opportunity of doing the challenge with other people, and they've completed the challenge for themselves. So Matt himself, whether he realizes or not, has also helped affect other people's lives because they've completed the challenge, which has helped their confidence level. And, you know, it just grows and grows. So it's not about us. It's about, you know, a much bigger impact when we go live. So live video is about who you can impact on the other side, not about what's going on for us. Like, that's really important. So before I go into some rapid fire, let's get to know Matt. Is there anything you'd like to share with people that are still sitting back and either thinking, I just don't know if I can do it, I think my fear is too big, or those of the done video challenges? So two questions really. Those that are thinking, I still don't know if I can do it, or those that have done one before and it's like, oh, I've been there, done that, don't need to do another one.
Mm-hmm. So for the ones that are sitting on the fence and having difficulty jumping on, it's a community that's very safe, right? So we can do things inside the group that's closed to the outside world and get practice and get comfortable and all of that. And then the group itself is very supportive inside. So you've got the support of everybody. Everybody's the wind beneath their wings. It's not like you're on your own. So if you're stuck in that place, we're all there. We've all had to start somewhere. So just start, just do something. Even if you finish one of the 14 days, it's better than doing none of the 14 days.
Exactly.
And so just starting and getting through that is great. For those that have been around and been in multiple challenges, second or third time around, again, technology changes, the challenges change, and you just want to stay on top of it. And again, bring your team with you. Right? Yeah. You want to bring people with you because when you all we want in our business, right, is to have replication. And so if you can replicate what you're doing, especially in a digital space, we know that video is where it's at. We know that 2020 is supposed to be 95% video. Why would we not bring our team with us?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so if you're a secondary, third time, fourth time going through this, it changes. Bring your team along if you didn't bring them in the past. Bring them along.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sharing that, Matt. Like, appreciate your insight from a participant side of it. I mean, I know the power of live because of my business. My business has grown. My business has changed so much over the 12 months, but it's all to do with live video. I didn't know any of you like 2 years ago, and some of you are, you know, we message constantly, and we, you know, like I feel I'm close to people. Like, you know, we've got a really cool community here, but it's only through live video that's connected us in that way. If I never went live, I would never do video challenges. You guys wouldn't have experienced what you were. Like, it's all live video that's created that. Like, the opportunities are endless.
I'm going to just add, there's somebody that was on this challenge I brought in. Her name's Binu. And so Binu, I've got my sphere of influence. They're watching me. I went and commented on one of her videos. Yeah. And because someone in my audience saw me comment on hers, she's in a coaching space. That person was attracted to her because I gave a warm transfer, because I'm friends with her. You'd never know who's watching you and who are friends of friends. I was on, there was one video, I think it was on the winning night video or something. Somehow all of a sudden I'm watching the ticker and it's who's watching. My wife's aunt is on watching. She's not in the challenge. Right? But all of a sudden her name pops up. Well, because she sees that I'm watching a live video, well, she's going to check it out too.
Yeah.
So you don't know how big your sphere is. So if you're wanting to grow your sphere of influence, you don't know who's out there. And it's all coming through video. I would have never thought to introduce this one person that was following me to be new, but they made their own decision because there's a know, like, and trust, because it's someone I know, somebody that I endorse, someone that I liked and commented on the video. And the power of that is immense.
Yeah, and you'll never achieve that if you're not doing it. Like, if you're sitting back and then basically the doors to your business are not open, then, you know, things are going to be very slow moving. But if you just put yourself out there a little bit, I know it's nerve wracking. I've been there. You know, Matt's been there. It's the hardest part is starting. But this, if you're really serious about growing a business, particularly online, this is where everyone's at. We've got so much stats and data and research to say live video is what people want. And there's no better way to get that connection with somebody than to see them and hear them speak. So it's just so powerful.
That live was something else.
Okay, let's get to know Matt. I've got some questions for you. You ready?
Uh-oh. Okay, go ahead.
Rapid fire. Let's go. What's your favorite food?
Gnocchi. Gnocchi.
No.
Gnocchi.
Is that the little
potato dumplings with sauce?
A little bit different. We say it gnocchi. You say gnocchi. Gnocchi? What'd you say?
Gnocchi.
I've worked out what you meant.
Potato dumplings. Potato dumplings.
That. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. What's your favorite travel destination?
Tahiti.
Tahiti. For what reason?
Oh, it's just gorgeous there. It's the one place I've been where you have no fear of people over your shoulder. Like, they're all beautiful people, and the scenery is amazing. And it's just an amazing place. You can see the 8 colors of blue in the world. There's only 7 everywhere. There you see 8.
Okay, beautiful.
And I love blue. Like, there's blue in here somewhere.
Yeah. Who's your favorite person in the world?
Favorite person in the world. It has to be alive or dead?
Oh, up to you. No specifications.
So if it's living, I'm going to say Richard Branson.
Okay.
Or Buffett. Those 2 are really people I follow from a business perspective.
Yeah.
Passed on, I'd say Mother Teresa. There's some stories there that are pretty phenomenal. And then, of course, my family. My family is number one.
Well, that goes without saying. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, what's your favorite drink?
Well, it's not bourbon. Well, it depends on the time of the year. So I love my margarita, and I certainly love my 3 olive vodka martini.
Ah, very nice. So we'll have to have that margarita somewhere in person one day.
On the
cruise with a hell of a lot of other people here as well. You're in with us for margaritas. I mean, you can drink what you like. It's just Matt and I are going to drink margaritas.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite things to do on the weekend? Like leisure time, casual time. What do you like to do with your time?
Summertime, just float in my pool. Just be in my backyard. So when I was in corporate, we built out our backyard. That was our cottage. So here in Toronto, people drive 2.5 hours to get to their cottages, their weekend homes. They're sitting in traffic. For us, we took the money, we invested it in our backyard. So that's our recluse. We just lay on the pool and just float around and have our drinks. It's great. We have a little bar that floats in the pool. We just throw it in and it floats in the pool, and we just have all sorts of drinks. It's awesome. That's our go-to place.
Awesome. So I'll have to come visit one day, but I'm not swimming in your pool at this time of year.
Nope.
There's no swimming going on at the moment. There is here, and we're in a heat wave at the moment. It is very, very hot, day after day, like well over 100 in Fahrenheit, if that's what you guys.
It's hot. Yeah, it's hot.
Celsius, where I think it's 42 today.
Is it a dry heat or is it a humid heat?
No, we don't get humid heat here where I am in Australia. There are parts of Australia that do, but really dry heat here. And if any of you sort of know my house at all, it's all glass at the front of the house, like beautiful view with lots of glass, but the sun comes up in the morning, pelts down on that glass, and it creates a hot house. I mean, we've got air conditioning, but it's hot.
It's hot.
Yeah. So what's more? Well, I'm just going to throw some things at you, and you need to choose. Okay. Snow or sun?
Sun.
Sun. Coffee or wine?
Oh, both.
You can't have both.
Oh, okay. Wine.
Okay. Wine or margarita?
Oh, margaritas all the way.
Hands down. Okay. Swimming pool or the ocean?
Ocean.
Ocean. Okay. Sweet or savory?
Oh, sweet.
Definitely sweet. Are you one of those people that looks at the dessert menu before you've ordered your meal?
Yeah, that would be me. And I'll get 3 portions. If we're on a cruise, I get 3 portions of the dessert. My kids already know what I'm going to order before it even comes.
So have you always got chocolate in the house? Is that your comment? Yeah. What's your favorite chocolate then?
Oh, dark chocolate.
Oh, I like dark chocolate. And I like making homemade dark chocolate with coconut oil in it, and then you put it in ice trays, like you melt it on the stove. Dark chocolate, coconut oil, so it's got good healthy fats in it and whatever, a few other things, and then you put it in ice cubes and put it in the freezer and put raspberries on the top of it, like chocolate
cool.
raspberries, and then you put it in the freezer so it's dark chocolate and frozen raspberries.
Nice.
That's good for you. But no, I'm not melting dark chocolate. It's done like with mocha and coconut oil and like healthy stuff. That'd be beautiful. Yep. So I'm with you there. And last one, to video challenge or not video challenge?
Geez, should I retire or not? No, absolutely. You have to do video challenge. You have to.
Video challenge.
You can't be in this business and not do it. You have to do it.
I think that's probably, the big thing at the end of the day. It depends what you want, what your goals and objectives are. But if you really want to build a business online, and grow some fans and followers, because it's all about know, like, and trust. And we are in that relationship business, which revolves around know, like, and trust. Live video is how you can speed that up.
Yep. It's
really hard to know, like, and trust somebody through a post or through a Facebook ad just on its own. It's getting to know people that wear funny wigs and bow ties and having a bottle of bourbon on the side. Like, you just can't get that quite through a post. Okay, so that's all I've got for you. Thank you for sharing your answers with us, just to get to know a little bit more about Matt and what makes Matt tick. Have any of you got any questions for Matt? We'll throw him a question. What's Laurie saying here? I think he needs to invest in some glasses. Okay. Maybe some, do you know who I mean when I say Dame Edma? Dame.
Mm-hmm. They had some rainbow ones that were sort of slitted today. I almost got those, but I thought, it's going to just be way over the top.
Nice lid, Matt Scherb. Congratulations. So Heather's saying New Year's Eve would be great for your wig.
Yeah.
He just likes the attention, Heather's saying. Never the same. Each one we are learning. So Susan's talking about the video challenge there. Another one, we're not quite sure who you are because you're watching from the group. We all gain so much more confidence by doing more and more. Annie loves your bright colours. We've got Laurel on. How are you? Good to see you on. Lani, good morning, lovely Helen. Congratulations again, Matt Scherb. You're the man. We have 2 rainbows today, one from Australia and another one for Canada. Absolutely. Yes, for sure, with the little paper. Oh, so these are comments going back. None of us stood a chance against you, Matt. That's not true.
Heather, you're awesome.
Matt's just been good at sharing the love. Oh, Ava likes my recipe. Good. And Linda said it's nice to get to know you, which is lovely. And Attilia said congratulations as well. So it's just awesome, Matt. I love the character. Thank you for sharing with us on this live video. Do you have any last words, for anybody that's listening here today?
Take some time, chill for Christmas, chill for the new year, come back in strong. Next year, 2020, whether you want to say it's the year of vision because of 2020 vision or whatever the case might be, come in strong. It's just recharge your engines, recharge your batteries, and hit the ground running in January. There's just so much opportunity out there. You've learned the stepping stones relative to doing lives. Embrace it, keep going, do the things you need to do, and really, you can have anything you want. Just get on the horse and ride it.
Yeah, it's all in the frame of mind. If you believe it, you can achieve it.
Absolutely.
And so the next video challenge is at the end of January. So sort yourselves out, like get some goals, get some vision, get some things that you want to achieve, get your ducks sorted out, in January, and come in for the bang on the 30th of January. And let's really sort of kickstart the year. You should be taking action in your business anyway in January, but if you want to give it a kickstart at the end of January, I haven't rebranded the group yet or anything. I will let you guys know when it's all ready to get new people in, and we've got new dates and everything set up. I'll do that within the next week. So you can get people in early, but we won't officially kick off until the 30th of January. And it will be a 21-day one, again, not 14. Because as Matt has shared with us, 14 days isn't necessarily easier than 21 days anyway. If it's a shorter time frame, I'm just going to get tougher on you. So doesn't necessarily make it easier, does it? With your bottle of bourbon, Matt.
Absolutely. I got my bottle now. I'm all good for another 21 day, 14 day. You just give it to me. That's fine.
Well, thank you for listening, guys. Thank you for supporting Matt and being
And
here.
thank you, Helen, so much. Helen, for everything that you do for the community. I think I speak for a ton of people on this community to thank you for what you do for us. So thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, Matt. So have an awesome Christmas and New Year. We'll see you back at it on the 30th. And I want to see a photo of you in that hat and bow tie on New Year's Eve. Okay? Okay, guys. Thanks for being with us.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you tomorrow live. Okay. See ya. Bye.